what happened with poor old Paul Pelosi.
That's a weird story, isn't it?
But
like they said, can I go to the toilet? And the attacker let him go to the toilet where his phone's charging. Now, unless you live in a small one-bedroom studio, your phone is not generally charging in the bathroom. In a house like that, you've got proper chargers beside the bed, maybe in the kitchen. So the attacker let him go. Then it's like the police come in, they're fighting over a hammer. This is the woman who's third in line to the presidency. So if the president, so it happened to him and the vice president, she's next in line. So this fucking, they're trying to make him out to be a right-winged whatever and link it to January 6th because he's screaming, where's Nancy, where's Nancy? It's not just he's just an idiot who might be pissed off at Nancy for fucking the country up. But here's a house that's got the third in line to be president if something happens to the other two, and he can just stroll on in. That back door's the only door that had no security camera, so they're trying to hope the police had their cameras on. The glass is smashed going outwards, not inwards. So what? Someone was trying to get out of the house and smashed the window when you see the glass on the outside. It's a bit suspicious, if you ask me.
Well, I think one thing that's stopping the truth being found out is, for some reason, there's like a stigma attached with having a disagreement with a gay male prostitute over drugs in your house. So that's not really a big deal these days. I mean, it's happened to
not
everyone.
In Australia, if you ask the Squire.
Yeah. So that's the first thing. So let's just be honest with whatever happened and find out what the actual truth is instead of trying to cover things up. And
it's just a week before their midterm elections. And like I said, I think they're trying to get this guy in trouble so then, they can make it look like, January. They're trying to link it back to January 6th. But he had BLM stuff on his Facebook page, whatever it was, and all his rhetoric. But they're trying to draw a long bow there with January 6th connection. But
yeah, I mean, look.
But what happened to all the other? Remember the Republicans that got attacked? The guy got shot, and then another one was attacked. A couple of them got attacked. They didn't have this type of publicity from those other news stations.
Yeah, no, look, it's America, in my opinion, is pretty much a write-off now. The two sides cannot agree with each other. Unfortunately, I think the only way out is they're going to have to split apart.
Civil war.
Or the other option is hopefully something will come out that will make one side maybe believe that they've been lied to or, expose corruption or, maybe they'll come together and find out.
They're still looking at the laptop from Hunter still. That's still going on.
Yeah. Yeah, no, there's a lot of...
the dealings with Ukraine and China and the big guy.
Yeah. Yeah, no, there's a lot of things happening over there. But, yeah, basically it's a corrupt society that, unless you're at the top, you're pretty much screwed. And
well, I think, too, they're trying to look at this Biden thing, but they're mainly going after the drug side of it more than these business dealings, which would be a lot more detrimental, where he had that job with that Ukrainian energy company and he doesn't know one thing about fucking gas and energy.
Yeah.
He's getting all this money, then China, and his father's getting kickbacks from that. But they barely talk about that. They're just talking about the drugs and that sort of stuff, or the weapon that he had and didn't, register it. So it looks like they're trying to get him and put him away or have something happen to him. That way they can go after Trump and say, see, we go after both.
Yeah.
We impeach both people.
Yeah. Oh, look, everyone in power over there, is, Biden's like made millions when he wasn't vice president by going around doing those speaking tours. That's the best thing, you get someone to give you $500,000 to make a 2-minute speech and
write a book later and
Pelosi,
push to climate change and then buy a house on the beach.
Yeah.
Tides rising, oceans rising, but I think Pelosi brought a couple of $1 million mansion down on the beach.
Yeah, no, it's just you look at the state of those cities now and
the crime and that.
Yeah, and it's not just it used to be LA or Detroit,
everywhere.
But now it's that you see them everywhere, and even in
What about even those subway attacks where people get pushed in front of trains lately? And after people doing it, the people who've been getting let out on that bail reform.
Yeah.
Oh, they just go in, let them out, then they go commit more crimes. And unbelievable. They didn't really care about the guy who got out so many times and stomped on that woman's head at the train station, but they're also worried about Mr. Pelosi's head with the hammer.
Yeah.
Maybe it knocked some sense into him.
Yeah. No, it's sad to see how it's...
He was getting nailed literally, both ways.
Yeah, well, there was no security on the back door was wide open.
And then, but they also too, they said someone let him in.
Yeah.
Who let him in? That's why they're hoping the camera vests from. If there wasn't, there's something on there. We're never going to see that. They'll confiscate that footage. Yeah, but who let him in? Because they're standing in there with their hand on a hammer and fucking...
And did you see the one when he got done drink driving? How hammered he was?
Unbelievable.
So, yeah, no, it's...
It's probably coming from that guy's place. Check his GPS in his car, people.
Yeah.
See where he goes.
Yeah. No, it's sad because they're meant to be the leaders of the free world, and it's quite clear now that
it's sad when you look at Biden, who's getting worse with his speeches and walking and fumbling around back and forth.
Yeah. Oh, look, I feel, I don't feel sorry for him in that. He's been a politician for 50 years. He's made a shitload of money, and
isn't it funny how much they make if you add up their salary? It doesn't quite equate to what they're making. It'd be like you being on unemployment here on the dole, getting your $500-600 a month, but then you have $1 million house and drive a Lamborghini.
Yeah, how on earth they're allowed to trade shares like that? That still amazes me, considering they can trade them, with knowledge that
insider. They wouldn't have any of that. Poor Martha Stewart got thrown in jail for that. Remember?
Yeah.
And how many people would are doing the exact same thing? Come on.
Yeah. No, it's a real worry. But anyway, that's the American...
The State of the Union.
Yeah.